Hey guys, this is Super Adventure back at you with another video, and this is the ultimate Mark 23 build. I hinted at this in the last Mark 23 related video, and it's finally done. This thing is an absolute monster. It's got a foldable full metal skeleton stock, a red dot scope, camera that I usually record my scope cams with, the laser, and a suppressor with foam in it. And best of all, it's HPA tap. We're going to talk about 3D printing in Airsoft. We're going to be talking about this specific build and a lot more in today's video. Why would I do such a thing, and why would you want this? First and foremost, I had a Mark 23 that was HPA tapped because of Tap Airsoft people, and I wanted more functionality out of my gun. So I spent 2 weeks designing and printing this. Thing is, there are a lot of Mark 23 Carbine kits out there that you can buy or 3D print from other people's designs, but none of them were for the Matrix Falcon Beta Mark 23. This thing has like a top shelf that I needed to gut out the original design that I based it off of, and because I had to gut out the design, I had to create a new shelf for the riser area, and because I wanted this full metal skeletonized foldable stock, I needed to make this part a lot more strong and durable so it won't snap on me. All in all, it took a lot of design work, but honestly, I love the outcome. Like, look how sweet that is. It took about 2 days of print for the back piece, the middle piece, and the front piece all together. About 2 weeks worth of failed designs, and I have bags over there in the back of just failed 3D prints. A lot of headaches, but in the end, it was all worth it. So the 3D print itself, I have 5 walls, 100% infill with just your run-of-the-mill PLA. This is the inland PLA that I get from the Market Center nearby. Not PLA Plus, not carbon fiber embedded PLA, just normal PLA. I chose gray because I wanted that like Nardo gray Audi finish look to it, which is pretty sweet. Really contrasts all the little black attachments that I have all over the place. The reason I chose a foldable stock above just a normal buffer tube stock, which the original design had meant for, is because then I can compact it, shoulder it like this, and kind of move around corners a lot easier. There's 4 rail slots. There's 1, 2, 3, and then the whole top rail. That way I can have this flashlight here. I can put a Picatinny foregrip on the bottom if I wanted to. I don't have one, but it would be super great if I wanted to. The suppressor actually has foam in it, which makes it pretty quiet, especially since it's a non-blowback Mark 23. It really doesn't sound loud at all. The only noise that you hear coming out of it is the air that comes out and the click of the gun itself. With the M4 mag, this thing becomes quite the unit in terms of length, but if you have the normal green gas mags that the Mark 23 comes with, it's pretty stealthy. Now, this doesn't come without drawbacks. Namely, since it's 3D printed, durability can be a little bit of an issue. There are creaks in the gun. Things don't feel as sturdy as you would want to, especially when you're running around, moving around, jiggling everything around. There is a little bit of a rattle on the back side, but if you're careful with this thing, you can feel it pretty easily. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, 3D printing for Airsoft. Should you invest in a 3D printer specifically for Airsoft? I think for Airsoft, it is highly viable because of how customizable of a sport or hobby this is. There's always stuff that you want that's not been designed yet or made yet specifically for your specific use case. Either that or someone's already designed it because they're like, oh, hey, I want that. Like, for instance, there's got to be someone out there who's like, oh, I want to turn my Mark 23 into a Carbine kit or a PDW kit. Now that I've done it, people can use my design and print it out easily. I think it's a great investment to go out and get a 3D printer, even if it's specifically just for Airsoft. With the amount of things that I have printed for Airsoft alone, and my printer being only $100, I think I've already gotten the value of my printer out of my parts. Don't really have any other complaints. I think this thing is fantastic, super sweet, very easy to maneuver, pretty short-ish. I'll have links to everything that you see here in front of me in the description below if you want to make exactly this. Again, remember to like the video if you ended up liking it, and subscribe if you want more content and gameplay. And I'll see you in the next one.